Hey guys, it's Sandy. So let's talk about how to make peanut butter because it is so simple to make at home and it takes one ingredient, peanuts. That is it. You just need some dry roasted peanuts and you can make your own peanut butter. So rather than buying it in the store where you're getting all these vegetable oils added and mono and diglycerides and what is all that? We don't need the chemicals in our body and we don't need seed oils in our body when you can literally make it at home for a couple dollars and you've got homemade peanut butter. Then you can do your own add-ins if you want to. You can add salt and cinnamon and chocolate even if you want to, and honey. Just if you want to add those things, you can. But it's so simple to make peanut butter at home, and then you can use it in all kinds of different recipes instead of just peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. So let me show you really quickly how to make this because it comes together very quick. So I'm going to use the unsalted dry roasted peanuts. You don't want raw peanuts. You do need that oil that's in roasted. You can also use salted though. I just don't have enough of these, so I'm not going to use the salted ones. I do have these unsalted ones, and I'm going to very simply add in my own salt. So whether you're using a food processor, a high-speed blender, this is a Vitamix, so it's a very high-speed blender. I'm going to pour in 4 cups of dry roasted peanuts. Since these are 16 ounces a piece, that's 4 cups right there. If you only want to do 3 cups, do 3 cups. Or you could make this in half. Now the Vitamix does need volume, so I just went ahead and make this because I am going to use this for some different recipes. I made this much. I'm going to make some chocolate covered peanut butter balls that are just like Reese cups and put in our freezer. And I'm going to make some energy balls. And I'm also going to show you how to make some yogurt with the chocolate crispy crust with peanut butter in it. Okay, this is simple. With the Vitamix, all you do is turn it on and let it start grinding on low, and then you turn it on high immediately. So with the Vitamix, you do have to use the tamper all the time. It has to keep pushing the peanuts down into the blade. Make sure and have on your lid. As long as you have on your lid, the tamper cannot go down and hit the blades and break. I'm going to stop for just a minute now that it's starting to mix up, and I'm going to put in a half a teaspoon of salt. I choose to use a real sea salt. This one is from Utah. I love this salt, but I just don't want to use white bleached salt into any of my stuff. Get those minerals out of right straight from the ground. If you are using a food processor or a blender, it is going to take longer, but it does the same thing. It's just you'll have to stop more often and just take a spatula and push down the sides, pushing those peanuts back down into the blade. With a Vitamix, you have to have it on the fastest speed or the motor will get hot. If you're using a blender or a food processor, you need to do it on lower speed though. Just keep at it. It will turn into peanut butter. A jar of dry roasted peanuts is $2.20 at my Aldi. So I was able to make 2 jars of pure natural peanut butter with these. If you don't want that many, cut this in half. And then to clean it, it's so simple. All I do is add some water, add some soap, turn it on, and then it's cleaned itself. So this made 2 jars. If you only want 1 jar, use 1 jar of peanuts. Now this did get a little hot and runny because I let it go too long before when I've made it. It's been perfect. So make sure that you keep an eye on it. This can sit on the countertop or in my pantry for a month and be just fine. If the oils do separate, then you just have to stir it back up. Once it's cooled down a little bit, then you can taste it, see if you want some more salt in there. If you're using dry roasted peanuts, you will not need to add any oil because when it's roasted, it makes its own. And now let me show you a quick, easy things you can use your peanut butter for, some recipes way beyond just peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I will link this video in the description, but this is just me making Reese peanut butter cups that go into the freezer. It has a nice crunchy shell with the chocolate I'm getting ready to show you how to make with a creamy peanut butter center. I'm going to melt this chocolate. I just have some dark chocolate that I prefer. You use whatever kind of chocolate you like. I just broke it up, put a teaspoon of coconut oil in here because coconut oil hardens in the freezer and it'll make like a crunchy shell. So we're going to use this for You use it for peanut butter balls, Reese cups, a topping for yogurt that I'm going to show you how to do. So I'm just going to put this in the microwave and melt it now. For an easy breakfast idea is just take some plain Greek yogurt. You can use vanilla if that's what you want, but it's easier, I think, to buy the plain and then just put your own sweetener in it. Your own strawberries, your own honey, your own maple syrup, whatever you want to use to sweeten it up. That way you're in control again of how much sugar you're getting. So this is just a plain Greek yogurt. I'm putting 3/4 of a cup in. You can put a cup in. I'm just using the actual serving size on the container. I'm going to take a tablespoon of that peanut butter and put it into the yogurt. The serving size for peanut butter is usually 2 tablespoons. Just a good, healthy fat with just a little bit of protein in it to add to this. I'm just going to mix this together. I'm going to add a drizzle of honey just for some sweetness. And then I'm going to top it with that chocolate mixture that I made. So since the coconut oil is in there, it'll get hard in the refrigerator and have like kind of a crunchy topping to it. And then if you want, just a touch of salt right on top. Salt just brings out that sweetness a little bit more. And then we're going to stick these in the freezer for 15 minutes just to get the hard, crunchy shell. So here's the yogurt and the chocolate. You can see it has like a crunchy little shell on it. Whoop. Didn't mean to break it that hard. Anyway, I've got the yogurt with a little bit of peanut butter in there. And then I'm going to add some crunchy apples on top, a few walnuts, just crush those in my hand. But it's got the protein from the yogurt, a little bit of extra protein and fat from the peanut butter, along with some crunchy chocolate for fun. And I've got the fiber from the apples and then the fat and the protein from the walnuts. So this is a whole meal, protein, fat, and fiber all in one that will keep me full. And you can even add chia seeds. Chia seeds would be great in here, or flax seeds, to give a little more protein and fiber. So anyway, here is my breakfast meal with my crunchy chocolate and my homemade peanut butter inside. 1 cup of peanut butter in here. We're going to make some peanut butter balls to put in the freezer. Chocolate covered peanut butter balls. And then I take my 2 tablespoons and we're going to put in 4 tablespoons of honey. I just lined that with a little bit of oil. Spray a little bit of olive oil in there real quick so that the honey just slides right out. Then you just stir this together and it becomes thicker. And when you have all this stirred together and it's thick, then you put it in the freezer for 15 minutes. Alexa, set a timer for 15 minutes. After about 25 minutes in the freezer, I took the peanut butter out. It probably could have stayed in there a little bit longer, gotten a little stiffer, but it's stiff enough to make peanut butter balls. I just make them bite size. And then I just take that chocolate and coconut oil mixture. I could dip these, but that takes longer. And this is just a real fast, easy treat. So I just put chocolate right over top. And I'm going to put these in the freezer until they're hard. And here's the finished product. Now I'm just going to put these into a freezer bag and put them back in the freezer. I hope this was helpful. Until next time, I'm out.